a sincere question, you think? Probably not. Yeah, it's hard to determine exactly, but they had the evidence. We've already looked at it when he was talking about the shepherd. All they had to do was go back to the Old Testament prophecies of it. What did they say, or what was their excuse? We looked at this in past lessons. Why did they say he was not the promised Messiah? What did they tell the people was evidence that he was not the promised one? Well, they used that as a point to get at him, but where did he come from in their eyes? Nazareth. They kept falling back on him. No prophet. Nothing said about Nazareth there. So they had their evidence to conclude why they didn't believe. They didn't go far enough to research it to find out where he originally was from. And so they just stopped right in the middle of it. A lot of times that's what people will do. All right, but he told them that he was the Son of God on more than one occasion. So this question was not really a legitimate question or request of Jesus. What is meant by the term never perish? Verse number 26. Is that where it's at? I got the wrong verse down there. 28. Sorry about that. We understand the term perish, right? We're talking about hell, eternity. We're talking about Jesus always takes and makes whatever they're talking about and makes it into a spiritual discussion, makes spiritual application to it. They were trying to make it a physical situation. Jesus was trying to for those who were interested and sincere, he was trying to show them that what he was offering is something more than what these people were trying to destroy him or belittle him, were trying to do or make it into. 15. All right, I expect everybody to have an answer on this one. How are God and Jesus one?
In all ways. Purpose, life, truth.
It's that's a big philosophical question as far as that goes. Yeah. Well, we know that they were one in purpose and one in plan.
They were one in all.
Well, they had several.
One in knowledge.
They had different roles in accomplishing what they had. All right. I think that, realistically, when you think about it, he goes right there and answers the question, or gives them a direct answer to what they were asking for, even though he had already told them. Number 16, what did the Jews do because of Jesus' words? Verse number 31. Pick up stones to stone. All right, this is a principle, and I know I've said this probably before as far as in John is concerned, but if we look closely at what has happened, if we go back and look at the debate or the discussions he had in 8 and 9, and now in this chapter, there's a kind of a standard way of things are happening. You have the discussion, you have the arguments back and forth, and there's no way that they can overcome the arguments of Jesus, and so they get mad. Or they start doing things rather than rationally doing it, discussing it, and coming to the conclusions they should draw. They get emotional about it, and whatever it may be, in the sense that they don't want to accept it, and so they start doing things contrary to it. You can see it in your life when you talk to people, or even in relationships, when people are told things that they don't want to hear, even though it may be the truth, rather than responding to the truth, what do they do? And a lot of times they get mad and say things they don't want to do and throw things or whatever it may be. That's a normal human reaction to somebody or with somebody that doesn't want to respond to what the truth is. No matter what area of truth we're talking about in the sense of relationships, but especially because the Bible deals with how we're supposed to handle relationships. But This shows the nature of people. And when people react to us in a certain way, with anger or bitterness or however they're doing it because of what we say or do, then we should recognize that in the sense of they don't believe it. So this is what's going to happen. How does that affect me? What do we usually do? We get hurt, or upset, or mad, or whatever. We react to it in an emotional way rather than stepping back and saying, here's the platform, here's the truth, here's what we've got. They're doing this. It has nothing to do with who I am or what I am. I'm standing here on the